Hello, my friends. So today you've gotten the Page of Pentacles. Well, pages are risk takers. They are drawn to their interests. And whatever is their interest that fascinates them, that calls them to something exciting within them, that's what they'll study. And that's what they'll make a scholarship out of. And that's what they'll divert themselves from unfulfilling things to do. They will follow their their magic. They will find the things that really move them and wish to keep working with them and studying them to, and maybe look somewhat foolish to others because they often don't follow the exact path that many earth people, anybody might even follow. Earth people, the earth signs, the Taurus, the Virgos and the Capricorns are practical beings, and they work with the earth, and they study the earth, and they understand how to put things together from the earth, and how to find the resources, and how to feel into their bodies, and work with their bodies, and move with their bodies, and tend to their bodies, and how to build their relationships and structures that make sense to them, and build structures that make sense to them, and build better mousetraps, and study these things, and that really make sense on physical levels of what they want to build. And Pentacles, again, this is the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are about the finances and the business and creating the home and creating the bodies that exemplify that sense of earth to them and in them and of them, because they feel this earth on a very strong level. They understand that they are made of this earth and they have to work with it, and they love the earth. And so the Page of Pentacles wants to be excited, loves to be excited, wants to really follow those things in a studious way, because they're very studious. They want to really understand the intricacies of things. And so if they're called to spiritual things, they might follow different paths. If they're called to financial things, they might develop a strong plan for how to make money doing things that they really love to do and want to do and are called to do, and they'll understand how to build their, quote, empire. But the pages are young and they're naive in essence. And so that statement is not about always the page being a young person, but they're young and fresh in their head. They're young and fresh in their ideas. They're young and fresh in their enthusiasms. They're young and fresh in their sense of wanting to be fulfilled. And if they don't find it, they know that they can be young and fresh doing something else, finding something else that moves them and talks to them and works within them to build something that they really want to build. So some might see it as foolish, some might see it as naive, and often it is naive because it's a fresh start of things, it's a fresh go into things. And you have to be a little foolish to start anything. You have to have fresh ideas. It can't be rigid in your path and rigid in your thoughts, because those ultimately will break down rigidities. So there's a fluidness that comes with Pentacles, but there's a structure that Pentacles, earth beings like to build that makes sense in their bodies, in their surroundings, how to layer things together, how to build and deepen things and make things have solid foundations that can grow and grow to the point where they take care of you and you don't have to take care of them, and feel, secure in yourself, secure in your family, secure in your coins, secure in your body. And ultimately, the Page of Pentacles is starting out on that journey, and maybe they keep starting out on that journey, and maybe every King of Pentacles even has to have a Page of Pentacles part of themselves to keep things fresh and exciting and fulfilling, and to not fall into a rut, because those ruts can be very deep and hard to break and can cause a lot of problems if we don't understand the ruts that we build. So the page is given that sense of being able to study something new, study something fresh, and learn from it as they go along and see how it keeps speaking to them and see how it keeps motivating them. And if it is something that motivates them, they will continue with it. As long as they're fulfilled by it, as long as they keep having foundation building parts with it, as long as it also can ultimately, I think, feed them on all levels of family, financial, and body consciousness, they're really going to love to do it. If they get stuck in something that they don't want to do, it's a good chance they're not going to want to do it, and they're not going to do it. Or they'll do it partially, but they'll always be dedicated, even to the point of doing something they don't like to do. They're going to do it, and they're going to do it usually to the best that they can, and they might have some energy around it. They're not sometimes they'll tell it like it is, or they'll hold it in and resent it and go about their business someplace else. But it's part of what we get to dance as Virgos. Me, Pentacles. So pages of Pentacles. Yes, young, fresh ideas, idealism, interests. What are the interests? What draws you? What compels you? What moves you? What freshens you up? What calls you to study? What calls you to study it? What really says, I want to study this. I want to go off and study tarot and do Reiki and do these healing paradigms that I feel speak to my body. I feel the energy from Reiki. I feel the understanding in my head that comes through my hands. I feel the understanding that comes out of these astrological mechanisms and how they can apply and make sense. So even those studies, which some might call foolish, are very strong studies that will take them where they feel they want to go. And that's what the Page of Pentacles is all about. In whatever page, air, fire, water, or earth, they're going to do what really compels them, what fascinates them, what talks to them. They're going to be led in that direction. So feel that within yourself. If you're the Page of Pentacles, what's really calling you? What's really making you want to dig deep into it and study it on deep levels and keep bringing new things into it and test them and taste them and put them together into workable combinations that feed you and feed others, as Pentacles always wants things to be feeding others as well. It's a very high and noble energy, like we all have in every sign that we have. There's a high and noble energy that wants to share, give and receive, touch the universe, touch the magic. And I think the Page of Pentacles is on that process of learning those things that touch them, but also touch other people. If you are fascinated by it, there's a great likelihood that other people are fascinated by it. And you're going to draw the people who believe in you and who talk like you and create community like you and build family like you by living that dream, by living that truth, by walking that path, by keeping to those things that really hold you and move you. And but you're going to be pragmatic and you're going to be prudent and you're going to be cautious. You're going to be all those things that Pentacles have. You're not going to step off wildly into something generally that is just so unplanned that you're just going to step off. But you do sometimes. I have. And you do. And you can. And you're usually going to trust that you can always remake yourself and you're always going to be fresh and vibrant. And unless it takes you to some place where it kills you or wounds you deeply, even then, you're going to find new things that move you and touch you and you'll be able to do. And I don't think, ever really give up on your body and your abilities, and you'll find something to work and something to fascinate you and something to do. So welcome to the Page of Pentacles in all their inquisitiveness and in all their fascination, in all their abilities, in all their focus, in all their dedication, and all their analysis and determination, and all their building and bridge building and working things, putting them together and building them into that more solid foundation. The Pages of Pentacles generally want a solid foundation, but they want it in the way that they feel called to do it. Blessed be. Ahot Mitakoyasin.